You've probably used Docker before. Maybe you typed docker build, docker run, docker compose up, and suddenly your app is running inside something called a container. It has its own files, its own network, its own packages, its own environment variables. And somehow, it runs almost the same on your laptop, your teammate's laptop, and your production server. But what is Docker actually doing? Is it creating a tiny virtual computer? Not exactly. That is the biggest misunderstanding. A virtual machine is like a full apartment. It has its own operating system, its own kernel, its own drivers, its own boot process. That gives strong isolation, but it is heavy. A container is different. A container is not a full computer. A container is just a normal Linux process. That's it. If you run Nginx inside Docker, your machine is still running an Nginx process. But Docker uses Linux features to make that process feel like it is alone. It shares the host kernel, but sees its own little world. That is why containers start so fast. They do not boot an operating system. They just start a process. So why can't that process see the rest of your machine? The answer is namespaces. Namespaces control what a process can see. Think of them like virtual reality glasses. The process is still inside the real machine, but Linux changes what it sees. The PID namespace gives the container its own process list. On the host, your app may be process 4821. Inside the container, it may think it is process 1. Same process, different reality. The mount namespace gives it its own view of files. So inside the container, / looks like the root of a Linux system. But it is not your real laptop root. It is the file system Docker prepared. The network namespace gives it its own network world, its own IP, its own ports, its own interfaces. That is why port 80 inside the container is not automatically port 80 on your machine. You map it like 8080 on the host to 80 in the container. So namespaces answer, what can the container see? But there is another question. What can it use? If a container is just a process, what stops it from eating all your RAM or CPU? That is where Cgroups come in. Namespaces limit visibility. Cgroups limit resources. Docker can say, this container gets 512 megabytes of memory. This container gets half a CPU. And the Linux kernel enforces it. If the container crosses its memory limit, the kernel can kill it before it crashes the whole server. Now we need files. Your app needs Node, Python, libraries, dependencies, configs, and source code. That comes from the Docker image. A Docker image is a packaged file system for your app, but it is not one giant file. It is made of layers. Base image, install packages, install dependencies, copy app files. Docker stacks these layers using OverlayFS. To the container, it looks like one normal file system. But underneath, most layers are read-only. When the container changes a file, Docker adds a small writable layer on top. It does not modify the original image. That is why 10 containers can share the same image without copying everything 10 times. Now networking. The container has its own network namespace, so Docker connects it to the host using a virtual Ethernet pair. Think of it like a fake network cable. One end goes inside the container. The other connects to Docker's bridge network on the host, usually called Docker 0. When the container sends traffic, it goes through this virtual cable, into the bridge, then out through your real network. When you expose a port, Docker forwards traffic from the host into the container. Behind the scenes, Docker is not just one thing. When you type docker run, the Docker CLI talks to the Docker daemon. The daemon manages images, networks, volumes, and containers. Then containerd manages the container lifecycle, and runC does the low-level Linux work. runC sets up namespaces, applies Cgroups, prepares the file system, connects networking, starts the process. Once that process is running, your container is alive. So the simplest way to remember Docker is this. A container is not a mini-computer. It is a normal Linux process with boundaries. Namespaces decide what it can see. Cgroups decide what it can use. Images provide its file system. OverlayFS makes layers efficient. Docker networking connects it to the outside world. Docker does not package a computer. It packages an environment. then Linux runs your app inside that environment as an isolated process. That is why containers are fast, portable, and lightweight.